Yo, what's up, guys? It's me back again with another training update for the Candito 6-week strength program. Currently, I'm on my third run through the program. I've hit some awesome PRs on my total so far, and I'm excited because I can feel more coming in the future. If you'd like to see how I got this program to work for me, definitely check out the previous videos on the channel and in this playlist, and subscribe. Having said all that, let's get into my fourth week of this program. My third cycle through. Definitely not feeling as great as I was going into the prior week of this program, and that's because that second week of the program, third week of the program for me this time just beats on you like crazy. The squat volume definitely caught up with me a little bit this week. I just won't lie about that, but I'm doing my best to hold it together through the next couple weeks. It's going to be funny going into the last week. I was actually anticipating a nice milestone doing 275 for a set of 10 on the squat, but this week doing 300 for reps is also kind of something for me to be excited about. I remember back when I was starting training cycles with 300 pounds on the squat, but one thing I wanted to mention about my training is that I have made pretty significant gains beltless on this program, but I'm actually interested to see how much using the belt impacts my squat and deadlift. Looking back on it, if you take a look at my beltless mock meet I posted a few weeks ago, had I worn the belt, I believe I would have been able to grind out the final attempts on the squat and deadlift that I missed. It's harder to see in the squat and the deadlift than the deadlift, but I had grinded those lifts out to the sticking point, and you can see my knees start to cave and my back round just enough that my mind said nope and just ditch the weight. So had I worn the belt, I believe I would have stayed in position a little bit better and been able to grind through those final lifts. The main question everyone likes to ask is, like, how many pounds does a belt put on your lifts? And there really is no set amount, but I've seen a belt add up to 30 pounds on a deadlift for certain people, and that's not to say you know to use a belt and you'll PR like crazy like that, but it mostly depends on how tight you can get and how good you are at using the belt and stuff. Before these last two training cycles, I actually neglected beltless training in past training cycles. And I'm a big believer that you should practice how you play and frequently use that equipment, but I actually made a decision to squat beltless one training session during a deload, and it was a big wake-up call to me that I was just becoming too reliant on using the belt. Just another thing, like, if you're determining whether you should get a belt or you should or not, I mean, I definitely recommend you do get one, but however, belted training should not be the end-all be-all of your training. Should it be used in preps and during peaking? Yes. Should it be used in the majority of your training? Probably. But it shouldn't be used every session or every training cycle. There are obviously positives to both sides, like there always is. I guess that's kind of a pro tip in itself. I mean, like, whenever you hear someone use like absolute type of words regarding training or making gains, that's kind of a dead giveaway that it's kind of bullshit, and you should investigate both sides and find the pros and cons of whatever you're questioning. What is that quote from Star Wars? He says to him on the lava planet, "Only a Sith speaks in absolutes." So whoever's telling you it's always one thing or another, they're probably a Sith Lord and use the dark side of the Force. Okay, so what else did I do in this video? Time to stop talking about Star Wars and get serious. I hit bench. Bench actually felt really good this week. It was 205 and 210. Form was solid, honestly, and it's getting more consistent. Adding in the variations for extra work, I'm pretty confident that it's going to pay off. Just got to keep grinding. Honestly, that's just what it comes down to. These cycles are quick, guys, and I'm pretty much at that point now where all the hard work is done, and I just need to realize my gains during the next 2 weeks. So, weeks 4 and 5 in this program, they're kind of gravy from here on out, in my opinion. You show up to the gym and you're hitting a couple heavy sets, but as long as your training maxes aren't ridiculous, you're going to be able to do within the rep range that Johnny gives you on this program. So I just want to say, if you've been following the journey, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like or leave a comment down below. And this is about it for this one. I will see you in my next video. Peace.